whispers in the shadows. Have you seen them? They lurk in the periphery, just beyond the reach of streetlights and certainty. Small figures, glimpsed for a fleeting moment, gone before reason can catch up. Tales of little people, creatures of myth and folklore, said to inhabit the edges of our world. But what if these stories are more than just legend? What if, somewhere between imagination and reality, these beings truly exist? From the Menehune of Hawaii to the mischievous leprechauns of Ireland, these creatures capture our imagination. Are they guardians of ancient knowledge, protectors of the natural world, or simply figments of our collective imagination? The answer, it seems, lies shrouded in mystery. The Gardener and the Gnome. A gift of stones and silence. Sarah, an elderly woman with a heart full of stories and a garden overflowing with life, always claimed to have a special connection with the wee folk. She spoke of a gnome, no taller than her knee, who resided in the gnarled oak at the edge of her property. He never spoke, she said, but communicated through gestures and gifts of smooth, polished stones left on her porch. One particularly dry summer, when her prize-winning roses began to wilt, Sarah found a small circle of stones around their base. The next morning, a spring, dormant for years, bubbled to life in the very centre of the circle. Her encounters were never frightening, she insisted, but filled with a sense of peace and an unspoken understanding. Whether real or imagined, her relationship with the gnome brought her solace and a sense of wonder that followed her into her twilight years. Lost in the corn children of the whispering stalks. The Midwest, with its vast fields and sprawling farmland, holds its own share of encounters with the little people. Local folklore speaks of small, shadowy figures that dart through the cornfields, their laughter echoing through the stalks. One summer evening, two young boys, chasing fireflies through the tall rows of corn, stumbled upon a sight they would never forget. There, in a clearing, bathed in the golden light of the setting sun, a group of children, no taller than their knees, danced in a circle. The boys, mesmerized by the scene, watched in silent awe. Then, as quickly as they had appeared, the children vanished. Were they simply the product of overactive imaginations, or had they stumbled upon a hidden gateway, a glimpse into a realm where the impossible becomes possible? Deep in the Appalachian Mountains, where ancient forests cling to the slopes and folklore is woven into the fabric of everyday life, stories abound of encounters with the little people. One local man, a seasoned hunter named Caleb, claimed to have had a particularly strange encounter while tracking a deer through the dense woods. As dusk settled and shadows lengthened, he stumbled upon a clearing dominated by a towering oak tree. Beneath its branches, a small fire crackled, casting flickering light on a group of figures huddled around its warmth. As Caleb approached cautiously, he realized the figures were no taller than his waist, their features obscured by the shadows. One of the figures, seemingly aware of Caleb's presence, gestured towards him, offering him a small wooden bowl filled with what looked like berries and nuts. Hesitantly, Caleb accepted the offering, his heart pounding in his chest. Caleb left the clearing deeply unsettled, the memory of the encounter forever etched in his mind. These stories, fragments of personal experiences woven into the tapestry of folklore, challenge our understanding of the world around us. They blur the lines between reality and imagination, leaving us to grapple with the possibility of something extraordinary hidden in plain sight. Are these encounters merely figments of our imagination, fueled by folklore and wishful thinking? Or do they point to a truth more profound, a hidden world existing just beyond our perception? Perhaps the answer lies not in seeking definitive proof, but in embracing the mystery. So, the next time you find yourself in a quiet corner of the world, listen closely. Have you ever had an encounter that defied explanation? A brush with the unknown that left you questioning what you thought was real?